talk about all the Smash leaks of the past months because Steve might have changed the game. Let's talk about all of it.
Block content.
What's happening, my Block buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. Yes, we get to talk a whole lot about something that is arriving tomorrow. It is Steve from Minecraft. People are really excited about this character. Some people actually get to play the character early, which is super awesome as well. Yes, Steve finally rocks the block in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it's something that a lot of people have actually predicted would happen, but also it's something that a lot of fans have said that's no way going to happen for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? Steve is such an interesting design. He doesn't really fit with all the rest of the cast of the game, and if they have to redesign the character, it wouldn't look at all in place for Super Smash Bros. Or even Minecraft for that matter. Well, it looks like Sakurai has found an answer to this age-old question, does Steve belong in Smash Bros? And the answer is a resounding yes. And even for a lot of people that are not Minecraft fans, they are really getting excited about the idea of playing as this character in Smash Bros. Simply because of how much love went into creating this character specifically for this fighting game. Now, of course, the moveset is very special for this character, so we get to talk all about that too, but also about the leaks that have happened in the past couple of weeks and months leading up to Steve's reveal. And we can basically glean from that who the next fighters will be in line for a spot in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's roster. And that's going to be a big fight between a couple of big third-party characters. Yes, there's a lot at stake here, and it actually feels like it's going to be a while until we find out who the final character is for that Fighter Pass number 2. Of course, there's one whole Fighters Pass left. Essentially, we have Min Min and Steve announced already, but the other 4 characters, no one has any clue who they are. Now, we have to look to the leaks and to speculation and rumors to find out who our finalists are for those 2 spots. So that's what we're going to be doing this video, and of course talking about Steve dropping really soon. And of course, I've been answering many of you guys' questions about Smash Ultimate and new fighters in our show Question Blocked, where I answer your questions. What do I think of your favorite game? How do you start making YouTube content? Well, whatever you can think of, send your questions through to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com, and I will answer your question live on the show in our next Question Blocked episode. And here, of course, we get to talk about Block Talk, our brand new awesome show. It's super cool. Me and Corey do it, and we basically play the Wind Waker HD. We play a lot of other games as well. That's going to be different series that you Smash fans will definitely love. So if you want to support other content on this channel, like animations and stuff like that, please watch Block Talk. New episode's going to drop really, really soon. So let's get into the main topic of today, and that's actually talking about the leaks leading up to Steve. Now, of course, Steve has popped up in many a leak over the past couple of months. I was right there on the front lines, kind of reporting on everything, and every time Steve was mentioned, he was basically a part of a 2-character deal, right? There were 2 characters that were going to get announced, pretty similar to something like that would happen with Hero and Banjo and Kazooie for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, right? Those 2 awesome characters were revealed on essentially the same Nintendo Direct, and then of course released a little bit apart from each other. But yes, it was a huge hype moment to actually find out that those 2 characters were both in the presentation, right? And a lot of people were saying E3 might be the moment this year when we'll find another 1-2 punch. Well, that of course didn't end up happening because there really was no E3 this year because of everything going on in the world. But of course, where does that leave Steve? Was his announcement actually supposed to be at E3 2020, or was it always saved for a moment like this in early October? Well, we get to talk all about that because actually it does totally make sense that these final 4 characters that everyone has in mind would totally make their way to Smash Bros. Ultimate and would be another really good 1-2 punch. Now, leaks that talk about Steve try to predict his trailer, right? To try to predict basically how the cinematic trailer would be going, and all those leaks have been disproven because no one really called it that, of course, Mario would get smacked around on the battlefield a couple of times and then land in the world of Minecraft, and then of course get attacked by a creeper and essentially saved by Steve himself, and then of course left abandoned yet again to get exploded all over the place. Now, what I thought was really interesting about this is that yes, no one really predicted what that trailer was, so all those leaks ended up not being real. Now, the leaks that were real don't really have any specific other evidence to them. They either just say Steve is coming, or there are other leakers like Vergaben and characters like that online that were saying and debating for the longest time, yet yes, Steve is coming to Smash Bros. Ultimate, but also these other characters are in talks. Think about, characters like Ryu Hayabusa that of course has been in discussions for the longest time next to Steve and other fighters. Of course, Rayman is a huge one that a lot of people have been discussing as well, and Rayman does kind of make sense, but of course now everything that's happened with Ubisoft, it is a little bit of a weird territory to actually include a character from that company. Now, of course, also a big character that everyone in the comments has a very clear opinion on is Crash Bandicoot. Now, Crash is a character that is very near and dear to a lot of gamers' hearts because it actually represents sort of Sony and PlayStation out of everything. And of course, that is very special for Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers adds characters from different companies, and not just different companies, but also immediate rivals to Nintendo. I mean, think of the fact that we actually have Banjo and Kazooie in the game and Steve from Minecraft that are both from Microsoft, right? From the Xbox side of things. Now, that is a huge deal and a huge get for Nintendo because it introduces a brand new audience to those games. But also, on the flip side of that coin, it totally makes sense for them to now add someone from PlayStation, someone from the Sony universe of all things. Of course, we've had some crossover over there with Cloud and of course also Snake from Metal Gear Solid, but now having a character like Crash that really represents PlayStation of all things, I think would be the best way to kind of round out the roster and bring everything together. Of course, Sakurai really knows, especially with Steve happening and those talks having lasted for 5 years at the least, that something like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is just never going to be happening anymore. Sakurai knows this, and he's very aware of the fact that how special this is, that something like Smash Bros. Ultimate is never going to happen for the sequel ever again. The roster is probably going to get downsized dramatically, especially considering all those third-party gets and everything that goes into, the rules with third-party characters and payments and, splitting fees of DLC characters. So that's what makes Steve coming to Smash Brothers especially very important to this time, right? I mean, Steve is a character that represents Minecraft, and of course Alex, Enderman, the zombie, other characters over there, they really represent the newer generation. A character like Banjo does the exact opposite, and kind of like K. Rool as well, they rep a generation that, is now growing up, that is slowly starting to have kids of their own, starting families, and now are in a totally different space than kids playing Minecraft, right? So Sakurai is doing something really special by bringing together gamers from all over the world. And with Steve and all the leaks that led up to him coming to Smash Brothers, I feel like Sakurai has a huge shot to actually combine gaming as a whole. Like the console wars seem to be a little bit on a different kind of note than they once were. Of course, between Xbox and PlayStation, it's always still very competitive, especially now with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. But if you look at Smash Brothers, that's what essentially brings everything together. It's a game where you can have Mario, and you can have characters like Pac-Man and Sonic, Snake, and even characters as crazy as Steve from Minecraft and Banjo-Kazooie that were so long out of the spotlight for a game like that. So I'm generally really curious if you guys are hyped for Steve from Minecraft to come to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Are you going to main this guy? Are you going to play this guy? Let me know in the comments down below. I am mega curious to hear your thoughts on this. And well, if you comment down below, that comment could actually be featured and read out loud in our next video. And today's comment question is, are you going to play or main Steve in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? And as for a previous comment question winner, our answer actually comes to us from our user Mallow Tunes, saying, I feel like this leak is fake when it comes to the Smash aspect of it, because during it, I think it was the August or July mini direct, there was also a live stream from Nintendo going on during its premiere. It had some of the staff talking, and someone in the chat asked about Smash, and one of them said, we're hoping to get one more character announced and released this year. Probably not another, but it's possible, or something along those lines. This was about a month or two after Min Min's release, and now here we are near the end of the year with Steve joining the roster. But I'm not saying it's totally impossible for another character to be announced this year. Well, Mallow Tunes, thank you so much for sending in your comment. I actually do think there is going to be one other character announced this year, and that's probably going to drop around February of next year. That's going to be my guess, my bet, something along the lines of what happened with Min Min. And I think, of course, they're running really close with those final 4 characters, so they need to space them out correctly. But still, with October, November, December coming, right, and then January, it does totally make sense to have a character released by February. And if you're gonna do that before the crazy stuff like New Year's and have Christmas and all that kind of stuff for people to pick up the DLC, I think that would be a very good strategy on Sakurai's part. But thank you so much for sending in your comment, Mallow Tunes. These are always so much fun to read through. And of course, a big shout out to our latest Patreon supporters. It is such a crazy time in the world right now, and the idea that you guys would be supporting this channel with your generosity and your love is so important to me, and that actually makes me very excited to wake up every day and create content for Blocked Content. It makes me very happy just to talk to you guys every day. So thank you so much for joining, and if you want to be a special supporter of this channel and make me very happy, please go to patreon.com/blockedcontent, because there's a bunch of incredible rewards there and they're waiting for you. And remember, if you're not yet a member of the Blocked Content family yet, well, hit subscribe now and smash that like button and ring the bell for notifications, and all the news and fun that you care about will be delivered on the daily to you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you around the corner where there's always more Blocked Content. See ya.